fall asleep. I must be boring you.
I don't know. It's no longer.
So, well, there's lots of different things that we can do. We kind of talked about that. So, when it comes to change, you've looked at your form and kind of what your areas are. So, who is, and I'm talking general, not just yourselves, who is the most number one person in a person's life? Themselves.
Yeah.
It's all about me, right? So patients, people, whatever, they have this beautiful radio station that they listen to all the time, WIIFM. What's in it for me? So when you are going through and wanting to make some lifestyle shifts and changes, you have to think, okay, I'm listening to WIIFM. I've got to figure out what's in it for me. What motivates me to make these changes? Because number one, it's kind of a pain. Number two, it's going to be a little bit of a challenge. Number three, everybody around me is going to be asking me, what in the world am I doing and why am I doing it? And you're going to fail and you've done this before and you've done that and you're just sick of all the chatter, right? So you've got to figure out what is your motivating factor. For some people, it's that very thing at the end. Some people just, it's about the weight. Some people, it's not really about the weight. It's about how they feel. It's about wanting to be on the floor with their grandkids and play and still have energy at the end of the day. For other people, it's a quality of life. You know, I am about to be 40, but I want to feel like I'm 20. I really do. I'm crazy like that. Always have been. But, and also, moving forward, I want to continue to do little bitty things where I am able to maintain an active lifestyle. What makes me happy? What's in it for me? What works for me doesn't necessarily work for Sally or Grace or Farrah or whatever. So you have to figure out what that motivator is. Sometimes it's just not having pain, which is huge. Because what is pain? It's a stressor and it's inflammation to the body. So sometimes you got to figure out what's causing pain too. So that's why I made y'all go through that exercise. Those forms are really for you. If you want to start something, we can help you with that. That's not a problem. But again, it's not so much, hey, here's a program. This is what everybody does. Yes, we're going to detox. We're going to do this. We're going to make lifestyle changes and so forth. It's really, yes, there are certain cookbook approaches to things, but it really comes down to more specifics for you. So I'm going to switch gears completely, and then I'm going to sum it up and let y'all go and relax and enjoy the rest of your beautiful Tuesday. But I wanted to demonstrate just a little bit of the Reconnective Healing tonight. So I think all of you have heard just a teeny bit about it. You may have seen some videos and whatnot. Did you see a teeny bit? Not really so much. Okay. Can I beg Janet? And actually, huh? Come here. Everybody say hi, Janet.
Hi,
Janet. Y'all know Janet, right? She's our amazing massage therapist who we love so much. So, Janet had a chance to experience the Reconnective Healing. And the thing that I prefaced to her, because she does healing every day, you know, through massage therapy. All right, so you can hang for a second, and then I'm going to bring it back. So Reconnective Healing is just, if you are to ask about it, it's not really a modality or a technique. If you have healing in a big picture, let's imagine it as a wagon wheel. Okay, I can't draw circles, so don't look at that, okay? So if you have your little wagon wheel, and you have your spokes on the wagon wheel, the different modalities of healing are the spokes. So obviously I'm a chiropractor, so I'm going to put that one over here. And Janet's a massage therapist, so I'm going to put massage right here. What's some other modalities that are great for the path of healing?
Acupuncture?
Acupuncture, love it, yes. That hits the meridians. It is energy-based to a certain standpoint. Acupuncture, let's see if I can spell. What's something else?
Meditation.
Meditation, yeah, I like that one. Ooh, besides being a chiropractor, here, I gotta concentrate. Besides being a chiropractor, what else do I do? Nutrition. Okay, so that's one. Nutrition and herbs, etc. Aromatherapy, whatever. What else? Exercise, yeah, that's definitely there. So all of these things are forms of healing. Let's do one more for kicks and giggles, and there's a whole lot more spokes. Let's come metaphysical. Reiki, y'all hear of that? Even if you don't know what it is, you know it's out there. So that's an energy healing. Anything else? All right, let's just put medicine, okay? Time and place. There's a place for medicine because sometimes it does save lives, and this is great. So if healing is this, then all these are the different spokes or the different forms of healing, okay? So reconnective healing basically is a way to bring the body back to a state of vitality, wholeness, and balance. Remember I said you're perfect when you came into the world, but we have trauma, toxins, thoughts, craziness, stress that throws us out of kilter. It messes with our DNA. So I wanted Janet to experience reconnective healing because she works in a different modality than I do. And again, all of these things work, every bit of them. And sometimes we need different things. But reconnective healing is kind of like the whole wheel. It's accessing a different form of energy that the scientists are saying they had not been able to access prior to about 1993. So there's a lot of science and quantum physics and thermodynamics that go into it. Reconnective healing is a science, it is an art, and it is a philosophy. So when I said, hey, do you mind checking this out? She said, sure. And so the principle behind reconnective healing is, do you have any dis-ease in your body, whether it's chemically, spiritually, emotionally, or physically? And what did you say?
Yes.
So, and I didn't really want to put you on the spot.
No,
but
okay.
do you want to say anything about what it was for you? Because everybody is different, and there's no wrong answers.
You mean what I experienced after or during?
Doesn't matter. Whenever you get the floor,
Oh,
you can do whatever you want to.
I think the biggest thing for me for the reconnective healing when I experienced it was letting it be. Just letting go and not thinking about what was happening, because I have a tendency to analyze and want to put things in a box. And so just letting the work be and walk away without trying to pinpoint exactly what had happened.
Whether it was a chemical, spiritual,
Right.
emotional, or physical.
Because it
feeling.
all comes together at one point anyway.
Mm-hmm.
It was relaxing. I felt, calm, and I felt good, but the challenge going in and coming out was to not analyze it and just let it do the work for itself.
Sure.
So
I like that. Very, very good. Anyway, it basically, it's working with an energetic field that connects you to, and I'm going to be very open because this is not a religion, it connects you back to God, love, universe. You can call it whatever you want to. But it's really about bringing the body back to a state of balance. It helps your DNA go back to where they're supposed to be. Again, you came into the world perfect. It's a matter of letting them shift and stuff. So the guy, you can hang if you want, whatever is comfy. Yeah, sure. Fritz Popp was a German cancer researcher, and he basically determined that the DNA cells that we have in our body actually transmit energy. And then there is a baseline of energy as well. So the normal general population have a certain baseline of this energetic field. Okay, so chiropractors, we deal with the nervous system, which the nervous system is the energy pathway or the communication system of the body, right? Well, as a massage therapy, I can't even talk tonight. Massage therapist, you're tapping into that energetic component as well from a different level, from the from lots of different levels, depending upon what you do, the body work and so forth. And then cranial sacral therapy is another modality that taps into and balances energy within the body. So, anyways, what he found is that there's this normal mainstream of energy within the normal field, okay? And then there are certain of us who are a little bit more intuitive, or more spiritual, or some people call it metaphysical. It doesn't really matter what it is, but we all have this ability to have that gut feeling, or hey, we just know somebody's going to call, or we're thinking about somebody and we're like, oh, we got to do that, and then they call, or or you manifest a TV. What you think about, you bring about. And if you think about at something enough, whether it's a good change or a bad change, you're going to bring it about. So all this energetic field works. So he found that this baseline frequency, for the people who happen to be a little bit more intuitive, they just tap into it a little bit more. Well, before 1993, there was only these gifted people who did this kind of stuff. Well, after 1993, anybody can do it. So you don't have to be a doctor or a healthcare practitioner or any of that to be a reconnective healing practitioner. You can feel the frequency, and you can work on other folks, which is really kind of cool. But you also have to know the science and whatnot. You got to be able to communicate it is what you're doing. But if you can help anybody in your inner circle come back to a state of vitality, wholeness, balance, wouldn't that be kind of cool? So you can actually not only help each other, whoever your health partner or support system is, but sometimes it's something as simple as going over and giving somebody a hug when they've had a really bad day, which I've been collecting a lot of them from Janet after a compression fracture to my tailbone, which is a whole other story in itself. But we work with one another. The cool thing about reconnective healing is when you're doing it, you're not directing energy. Hold out your hand like just like that, and fingers are apart. I'm not directing energy to Janet. It's just coming through me, and it's actually doing whatever it needs to do. I don't do squat. I just play with it. And that's why kids can do it as well. You can do it on animals. You can do it on anybody. So this almost gets a little bit too technical, but it's really simple and fun. Does anybody want to feel the frequency? Yeah.
Do you actually think of certain thoughts or anything when you're doing it?
You don't have to wear a piece of jewelry that's correct. You don't have to. People don't even have to believe that it's doing anything to actually benefit. So yes, it's nice to have positive intent, but this is where placebo goes completely out the window, because you don't even have to believe that it works for it to work. So,
but if you don't believe that it works, then are you aware that it's working? I mean, do you know what I'm...
Everybody has a healing, but it comes in the form or fashion that your body needs. And so I can't direct, hey, she has, can I say? Sure. She has a knee injury. I can't just say, hey, I'm going to fix her knee. It doesn't work that way. Because the energetic field, it's all around us. And again, we're just accessing it for the first time. The researchers are just being able to identify it. Yeah. Even though I'm here, I'm not directing it. It's coming through me. Yeah, she may feel better if I'm working with her knee, but really, if I'm just working with her whole system, her body will heal in what form or fashion is the biggest priority. Again, it goes down to the DNA level of it. So it could be that she needs more... I'm going to tease her for a little bit. She needs more emotional healing right now. Or maybe she needs more spiritual healing. Yeah. Or maybe it's a chemistry healing because of she ate really bad at Christmas time. And yeah, her knee is hurting, but it could be the last on the priority list when it comes to her body. And again, universal intelligence is really cool. God, love, universe. If you tap into it and you're playing with it, it will do what it's supposed to do. You don't have to direct it. And that's
how do you tap into it? Because you just said that, I mean, it's not like you conjure it up. So how do you tap into it? I'm not understanding.
Come on up. I'll show you. This is where it becomes fun. All right. So, have I played at all with you before? No, because y'all hadn't been in. All right. So, just take your hand and then just bring it up like this. So the key, it doesn't really matter. All right, so basically you just want it to be comfortable, so go from here to here. And I don't have to use a hand, I just happen